We're back on the air, ready to rock and roll. And why do I say rock and roll? Because I've never said it before on the air. Because we have Daniel Zayets Volshin of Website Boston on, the #1 SEO searched engine guy in all of Boston. A talent like no other. Welcome back, Daniel. And come on, does your wife say that when you get home to the kids?
Occasionally when I bring a big paycheck home,
Daniel, I feel like no business I know is changing more than SEO and website and marketing. So I feel if I speak to you once every 3 months, I'm already behind the scenes. What's new?
Well, last time we spoke about this topic, Jeffrey, it was about engagement, and I think engagement is becoming more and more interesting right now, because Google been deploying artificial intelligence, and they've been counting things that they haven't been counting, and that in the past they didn't have the ability to count. For example, the system that they implementing right now, they consider it to be the third most important portion of the algorithm right now. So it actually it's becoming a very big deal right now, and a lot of companies starting to focus on AI, on deep learning, and we're going to see this trend increasing more and more over the next few years. One of the things what's becoming more relevant is part of the algorithm, ranking algorithm, is basically how much time people spend on a site. Google starts to count this data and then use this information towards the ranking facilities. So for example, if you have a visitor who lands on your site and bounce back immediately, and you have hundreds of visitors like that, that tells the search engine that those visitors didn't find anything interesting. Now, when you have somebody who lands on a site and spends possibly a minute watching a video or listen to a radio interview,
I would take a minute.
That's
all you need.
That's all you need.
I tell that to my clients all the time. You don't need no one's watching your 30-minute podcast.
But even that 1 minute can play towards ranking particular website. So radio interview, video from a radio interview, like such as this one, recorded, placed on somebody's website.
And that's what we do. But we do 3 minutes, which is probably a little long. But
people can skip through, or they can watch the entire video.
Right.
But it's better than not having visually engaging content on the site at all.
Right.
And that plays towards the ranking stuff. So companies that do have the videos, they actually end up scoring higher in search results than companies who don't. That's been the biggest change of the past half a year. The trend is also that ranking time takes substantially longer to rank than they used to. In the past, you could basically get a site ranked in a matter of 6 months, unless it's a brand new site. Right now, it's approaching more a year. So more and more businesses are being pushed out of SEO realm and being pushed into paid domain. So where they have to pay basically for every click that takes place. So SEO is becoming more and more the service that affordable for businesses who would be willing to persevere for the year, for example. And I see the trend increasing longer and longer than that. Businesses who can basically pay for SEO on duration for a year and longer will stay in this game, and businesses who can't afford this kind of service would slowly going to be start to pushed out towards the pay-per-click realm. So overall, the trend is against the SEO guys, but I think at the end of the day, it's not just about SEO. It's how can you create engagement, and there's so many different interesting ways to do this: video marketing, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook.